morning, Riot fans. From Stu Barnes, we've got Calgary 2 versus the Riot. Pass gets brought up to Bomke. Bomke gets double teamed on the wall. She gets that up to McNeil. McNeil and Fitchlack fighting for it at the blue line. Free ring still loose. And McNeil's racing for it. Doesn't come up with it. Calgary now out of their own zone into the neutral zone with speed. Repchuk bounces that back into the zone. Calgary throws that up the middle. Pass picked off by McNeil, who trips on the ringette line. Gets it into the corner. Fitchlack tried to stab at that. Calgary comes up with it behind their own net. Pass goes up to Hutton. Hutton keeps it in on the blue line. Hutton has Repchuk going on the far side. Hunter's going to chase that into the corner. Here's Hunter now. Back pass. Oh. Lenderbeck missed that. Boyd's coming off the bench. Nobody wants the ring. 5-second count. Pass goes into Carson. Brennan picks that up from Carson. Brennan in the corner. Slaps that up to Lenderbeck, who missed that. Blay gives chase into the far corner. Two-line pass. She can't touch it. Calgary touches it. Now she can. Lenderbeck gets in there. Blay comes up with it. Blay behind the Calgary zone. Blay circles around on the right-hand side. Drop pass. Here's Lenderbeck now. Lenderbeck winds up. No, doesn't have a shot. Lenderbeck, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Winds up, has Kelman coming in late. Oh! It's on the other side of the net. Looked like it went in. Good try for a reset. Here's Calgary picked up by Kelman. Kelman now has it. Back pass. Here's McNeil. Takes a shot just high. Kelman, right-hand side. Slows things down a bit. Has Diamond in chase. McNeil out front. Oh, back pass intended for McNeil. She missed that. Calgary gets that up into the middle. Stopped by Hutton. McNeil spins around. Throws that into the corner for Kelman. Kelman gives chase behind the Calgary net. Kelman looks to set up with everybody. Repchuk was there. McNeil has to go back to neutral zone. McNeil slides between the two Calgary forwards. Gets that up to Hunter. Hunter now deeks and doodles around the Calgary forwards. In the middle, takes shot. Oh, just high. About 6 inches too high. Calgary picks that up behind their own net. Watched by Fitchlack. They throw that 2 lines. Picked up by Repchuk now. Repchuk easily up the middle. Here's Fitchlack now. Fitchlack dances around the forward. Has Hunter on the other side of the blue line. Hunter now winds it up. Has Fitchlack up front and Bomke in front of the net. Fitchlack stays back at the half wall. Boyd coming back past Fitchlack. It goes bouncing. Calgary picks that up at the line. Calgary throws that up. Stopped by Clausen. Clausen with a beautiful snag. Here goes Fitchlack. 1-on-3. Drives to the net. Doesn't get through, but still has it. Drop pass. There's Lenderbeck now with some speed. Takes shot. Blocked. Into the right-hand corner. Support pass. Nobody there. Blaze going to chase that one down. And Lenderbeck. Calgary throws that up the middle. She snags that at the blue line. Beautiful snag. Slams on the brakes. Watched by Lenderbeck. Here's Calgary from the right-hand side. Takes shot. Off the crossbar. Picked up by Brennan. Throws that up to Lenderbeck. Lenderbeck snags that at center. Has McNeil. Calgary gets in the way of that one. There's Calgary. Watched by McNeil. Blay in a race to the half wall. Calgary picks that up. Support pass to the left. Into the left. Off her skate. Blay picks that up at the blue line. She can't handle that. Calgary snags that. Looks for a support pass. Just barely gets that across the blue line. Brennan, no. Hutton stabs at that. Nobody wants it. Left-hand half wall. Tries the crossing pass. Beautiful save by Carson. 30-second shot clock, but I think, yeah, they did get the shot off. She just didn't get it updated in time. .6:48 on the clock. Calgary from the right takes a look. Riot not giving them anything. Gets that over to their forward. Calgary looks to wind it up. Get some speed. Now on the left. Drop pass to beside the ref. Watched by Repchuk and Hunter. Repchuk picks that up. Repchuk gets that up to Hunter. Hunter Here's Kellerman. She guards that. Kellerman, right hand side with some speed, drops that to Hunter. Hunter now in the right corner. Goes to the left side. Winds it up, has Kellerman coming in back door. Here's Diamond now. Diamond takes out the defender, takes shot. Hunter, oh, just wide. Here's Kellerman now. And somebody went in the crease. I'm not sure who it was, but Calgary throws that to the left side. Circles around their net, trips on the goal line. Good hard check by Fichelak. Fichelak and Kellerman at the blue line. They get that up to the blue line. I think it got across. Here's Boyd. Boyd slides that up to Kellerman. Kellerman has McNeil on her horse. Slides that across to Boyd. Boyd now across the ringette line. Boyd with speed behind the net. Has Fichelak on the far right-hand side. Gets that over to Fichelak. Fichelak stabs out. Shot gets blocked, but it does get into the goalie. Goalie stops that easily. Oh, that pass goes right onto McNeil's stick. McNeil, oh, pass intended for Fichelak right in front. Couldn't quite get a handle on that one. Calgary throws that up the left-hand side. Stopped by Clausen. Clausen flips that up into the ringette line. McNeil punches that down to the ice. Here's Bomke, Hunter, McNeil. Hunter throws that up to McNeil in the corner. Drop pass back to Hunter. Hunter looks to get things set up in the Calgary zone. Here's Hunter now. Drop pass. Shoots. Lenderbeck blocked. Got the goalie out of her zone. Crossing pass. Here's Hunter now. Hunter fans on the shot. Ring still stays in the zone. Here's Lenderbeck. Couldn't get the shot off. 30-second shot clock violation. Here's Calgary up the right-hand side. Through the middle. She fans on that. Picked up by Lenderbeck. Lenderbeck has Hunter. Here's Hunter all alone. Shoots. Scores! Hunter from Lenderbeck. Hunter from Lenderbeck. .26 on the clock. McKenna from Kate puts up Riot 1-0. Here's Calgary right hand side. Short pass across the blue line. She sneaks through. Saved by Carson. Watched by Boyd now. Here's Calgary left side. Back pass. She couldn't get there in time. Brennan's going to go for a race. Diamond gets that up. McNeil at the blue line. Over to Diamond. Diamond shoots. Scores! Diamond for McNeil, I believe. 2-0 Riot. Calgary from center. Going up that right-hand side again. Short pass. Stop. Tripped up by McNeil. McNeil loses her stick. Here's Calgary. Driving into the middle. Repchuk gives chase. McNeil stops that. No shot. They get that over the left-hand side. Watched by Hutton. Fresh back from Costa Rica. Here's Hutton now. Hutton gets that pass up to Lenderbeck. Lenderbeck waits for the team to show up. Here's Kellerman. Gets tripped up at the ringette line. Goalie win. Calgary throws up behind their own net. Watched by Hunter. Runs into her own defenseman. Good hard check by Fichelak. Diamond gets tripped up. Fichelak comes up with that on the right-hand side. Fichelak around the net, gains some speed. Has Hunter across the seam. Hunter goes to the middle. Fichelak and Bomke. Fichelak tripped on her feet. Here's Bomke now, left side. Has Hunter parked back door. Bomke winds it up, 12 seconds on shot clock. Fakes a drop to McNeil. Gets a shot off. Bomke, oh! Hunter gets a good shot off, but it was too high. And crease violation, Calgary. 3-ring Riot. 2:46 on the clock for the first quarter. Here's McNeil from the left. He gets that over to Hunter. Bomke parked out front. Drop pass. Here's McNeil. Takes a shot. Good save by the Calgary goalie. She wasn't sure where it was. Stuck in her blocker. Gets that thrown behind the net just in time. I think she was at a 4.5 count. Calgary tried to get that up front, but Hunter stopped that pass. And it gets out to the middle. Boyd picks that up. Now Hunter. Hunter drives the middle. Backhand. Blocked. Hunter still with it. She keeps the Calgary defender back from it. Now it's McNeil gets checked. McNeil still comes up with a drop pass over to Lenderbeck. Here's Lenderbeck, drop pass McNeil. Left side. Winds up around the net. Blade parked in front. Here's McNeil. Good pick set by Lenderbeck. Shot blocked. Gets another shot for a reset. And it's stuck in somebody's feet. McNeil comes up with that. Now it's Lenderbeck. Lenderbeck back to McNeil. Blay out front. Lenderbeck drops that to McNeil. Drops that to Lenderbeck. Here's Blay. Blay in the corner. Guards that. Kelman comes in for some support. Here's Blay. Pushes out to their net line. Still has it. Still has it. Gets taken out again. Here's Kelman now. Kelman cross seam into the middle. Gets picked. Diamond comes up with it with speed. Drives through 3 players. Gets stopped. And Calgary's going to get called on a crease violation. Or a body on Diamond. Now hit power play for Riot. Up top. Just click on the checkbox. No. All right. Kelman from the left gets that over to Hunter. Has Diamond circling out front. Gets that pass up to Diamond. Oh, goalie didn't know where it was. Shot into her skates. Calgary does come up with a good hard check by Hunter. Kelman comes up with it. Drives to right-hand side. Kelman circles the wagons. Out to Diamond. Good try. Diamond just got her stick tangled up in the defender there. There's Calgary. Right-hand side. Drop pass up at center. Brennan stops her from getting that cleanly. There's Calgary circling. Now going left to right. Calgary with speed up the middle. Has the girl up front. Nothing. Brennan stops that. Brennan picks that up in the corner. Brennan, support pass over to Boyd into the right-hand side. Here's Boyd. Boyd now takes a look. Up to Fitchelak. Fitchelak. Whoa! Drop pass to Boyd. That worked. Here's McNeil now. McNeil drops it. Nobody there. Riot were going for a change and couldn't pick that one up. Calgary just throws that up the middle. Picked up by Bomke. Bomke drives the middle. Takes a shot. Good glove save. McNeil now. 5 seconds. Takes a shot. She stops that. And that about does it for the first quarter. Riot up 2-0, 37 seconds left on the power play. So now hit 1, right here.
Oh, I see.
Say end 1, and then start 2. There you go. All right. Hunting into Repchuk. Repchuk fakes that. Now has Hunter coming in late on the right-hand side. Here's Hunter. Has Lenderbeck parked in front. Drop pass. Here's Lenderbeck. Crossing pass intended for Hunter. She just missed it. Get a reset. No, blocked by the defender. Blay does get a reset there. She's batted that into the goalie. Calgary throws that behind the net. Picks it up. Good pass block attempt by Blay. Here's Calgary from the right. Short pass across the blue line. Watched by Hutman. No shot. Here's Calgary now. Winding the circles from the left. Comes in with speed. Good save by Carson. Carson pancakes that up to Hutman. Hutman takes a look. Gets that up to Kellerman. McNeil stabs that. Gets that thrown into the corner. Here's Kellerman now. Kellerman overskates it. Still comes up with it. It's cornered. Kellerman still has it. Kellerman drops shoulder. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Calgary interrupts that pass. They get that up the right-hand side. Here's Clausen now. Clausen beats Calgary to it. Gets that across to Diamond. Diamond, right-hand side. Has McNeil coming up the back. Fitcheluk coming straight off the bench. Drop pass. Here's Fitcheluk with speed. Doesn't get the shot. Good block by Calgary. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Need a reset. Here's Boyd now. Takes a shot. Good save by Calgary. Baumke. Rolling ring behind the net. Now it's on the net. Goalie ring. 9:15 on the clock. Here's Calgary. Blocked by Fitcheluk. Fitcheluk has it. Gets that over to McNeil. Scores! Fitcheluk from her butt. So that was McNeil from Fitcheluk. Fitcheluk on her butt. Gets that over to McNeil, who puts it in on the near side. 3-0 Riot. 9:08 on the clock. Calgary gets out, bundled up across the blue line. Left-hand side now trying to break through, watched by Hutton and Hunter. Drop pass up the middle, collapse the triangle. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Calgary on the right now, sets the pick. Backdoor, saved by Carson. Crease violation, Calgary. All right, Carson takes a look. Has Hunter. Hunter drives the middle, gets that up. Blay, stop that. Here's Repchuk. Repchuk gets it over to Lenderbeck now. Lenderbeck, right-hand side, takes a shot just high. Blay chases that into the corner. Calgary comes up with it, throws it. Her defender couldn't quite get there in time. Crossing pass. Hunter blocks that. Hunter and Lenderbeck stop that. Here's Lenderbeck now. Lenderbeck can't touch it. Here's Hunter. Now they're saying Hunter touched it on this side of the blue line, but I think it was Lenderbeck. They're running the clock for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Calgary gets us going again from the right. Pass bobbled at the neutral zone. Watched by Kellerman, picked off by McNeil. McNeil gets that up to Diamond. Diamond has McNeil and Kellerman. Kellerman races that into the corner. Kellerman guards that. Kellerman from the right. Has Diamond chasing and McNeil out front. Pass up to McNeil. Good hard shot saved by the Calgary goalie. McNeil's going to get that at the ringette line. Brings that back in the zone. Drops that to Kellerman. Back to McNeil. McNeil takes a shot. Blocked by Calgary defender. Diamond scores! Just puts that over the Calgary goalie's foot. Diamond with her second of the game. I think it was Kellerman. Calgary throws that up the middle, stopped by Repchuk. Repchuk bounce pass over to Hutton, and she can't get there in time. Calgary picks that up on the right. Calgary drives the middle. No shot. Blocked off by Repchuk and Hunter. Here's Calgary now, right-hand side. Hunter keeps her to the outside, blocks that pass from getting through. Here's Calgary trying to set something up. Have a girl coming in late. Stopped by Repchuk, nothing there. In Repchuk's feet, she kicks it up to her own stick. Repchuk passes that up to Fitcheluk. Fitcheluk bobbles that, but still comes up with it. Here's Fitcheluk now. Fitcheluk has Repchuk go on the far side. Here's Repchuk. Dixon Doodles loses it in the corner. Calgary now comes up with it. Watched by Fitcheluk. Bomke stops her from getting to the blue line. Calgary throws it to the right-hand side. She throws it up to the neutral zone. Calgary comes up with it. Ooh, nice backdoor pass. Calgary gets out into the zone. Riot are getting a 5-second count for 4 in. Goes unscathed. Here's Calgary. Looks for that shot. Blocked by Repchuk. Good block by McNeil. Now's a 5-second count for in the crease. Calgary ring. 6:04 on the clock, second period. Riot up 4-0. From the left, takes a shot, 2 feet high. There's a blocked pass. Clausen's going to pick that up right-hand side. She gets that up to Lenderbeck. Lenderbeck, good hard stab. Here's McNeil on the left-hand side now. McNeil takes a look, back pass. Oh, Lenderbeck just missed that. That was over the blue line, yep. Boyd had a decision there, either take the player or go for the ring. Took the player, but that's okay. Kellerman from the left gets that over to Hunter. Hunter back to Kellerman, takes a shot. Save Calgary. Oh, the goalie puts it on the side of the net. Looks for the wraparound. Good save by the Calgary goalie. I think she got her elbow stuck on the net. Couldn't get to where she wanted it to. Watched by Kellerman. Now Diamond chases that into the left-hand corner. Calgary gets that up to the neutral zone. She couldn't stab that cleanly. Here's Calgary now. Gets that across the blue line. Watched by Clausen. Clausen gets that out. She gets her pocket stripped. Calgary, no shot. Riot slows things down again. Hunter gets her to the outside. Good save by Carson. Swatted away by Clausen. Too high. Boyd now picks that up. Boyd protects that. Hunter comes in. Extra support. And it's going to be Calgary in. Just our 4th game in session 2, so we've got some games to catch up here before the end of the season. Bomke picks that up. Here's Fitcheluk, stabs that at center, spins around, throws that into the far corner for Bomke. Bomke's there. She couldn't quite get there. Calgary picks that up. Oh, Fitcheluk stops that. Here's McNeil now. McNeil, good hard slash on the feet, gets that cross seam to Bomke. Bomke on the right-hand side. 4:23 on the clock. Drop pass, Fitcheluk. Repchuk now. Repchuk looks for the bomb. Good hard shot, gets blocked. Calgary can't get anything. Riot girls are all over her. Pass gets up the middle. Good hard shot, but just wide. McNeil gets that up the middle. Pass intended for Lenderbeck. She couldn't quite get a handle on it. Good block by Lenderbeck. Spinorama at the blue line. Blade just missed that one. Now they're on the right-hand side, looking to get it up the middle. Good hard block by Hutton. Calgary gets it to the right. Brennan's the only one back. Crossing pass, good block by Hutton. Here's Calgary right-hand side now. Drives up to the middle. Hunter gets her to the middle, blocked by Brennan. Brennan gets that up to the vignette line, doesn't quite get it out now. Huntman watches it. Hunter pushes her to the outside. Ooh! Beautiful save by Carson off the post. And it's a goalie ring. Carson gets that over to Brennan. Brennan quickly gets that up to Lenderbeck. Lenderbeck takes a look, has McNeil going. Takes a look, Kellerman now. Kellerman up to McNeil, just a bit too far. McNeil follows that into the corner. Pass gets pushed up to the blue line. Repchuk gets that back into the zone. Here's Kellerman. Kellerman, backdoor pass. McNeil. McNeil takes a shot, blocked. McNeil comes up with the rebound. Just tried to bounce it off the goalie. Didn't quite get there. Here's Kellerman now. Kellerman looks to set that up at the slot. Calgary collapses on her. Kellerman, this speed has Diamond out front. Drop pass, McNeil, right side, back to Kellerman. Kellerman takes a shot. Scores! 5-0. Yes. Calgary going right up the right side. Pass up to Fitchelak. Fitchelak has Baumke. Back pass Clausen. Clausen gets that up to Hunter, who gets cross-checked. Spinoramas. Fitchelak. Calgary's getting mad now. Bouncing in. Doesn't quite keep it in the zone. Here's Hunter up to Clausen. Clausen now gets checked at the ringette line. Pass into Fitchelak's feet. Calgary didn't quite know where it was on the blue line, and it's Riot Ring. 1:54 left in the quarter. Repchuk, Hutton, and McNeil play and Lenderbeck out there. Repchuk takes a look over to Hutman. Hutman gets that up to McNeil. McNeil through the middle, scores. Top corner, bar down. It was McNeil from Hutman. Timeout, Calgary. From center, going up the right-hand side. Sets a pick at the blue line, gets that deep. Repchuk picks that off. Repchuk gets that up to Lenderbeck on the right-hand side. Rolling ring, Lenderbeck still has it. Throws that in the corner, intended for Blay. Blay couldn't quite get there, and Riot ring. Not really sure why, but must be an over and back. What up?
See?
1:22 on the clock. Lenderbeck from the right-hand side gets that over to Repchuk, steps out. Repchuk tried to get the shot, but rolling ring. Drop pass back to Lenderbeck. Lenderbeck up to McNeil, couldn't quite get there. McNeil from the right-hand corner. Over to Blay. Blay, drop pass for McNeil. Back intended for Lenderbeck. Hutman keeps that back in. Hutman gets into the zone, gets tripped up. McNeil comes up with it. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Gets a reset. Landerbeck's going to get that. She should get that. And Kate is going to go 2 minutes for body. How's your game going? Calgary from the right, saved by Carson. Boyd gets that out center. Calgary, 37 seconds on the clock. Going to the right-hand side, watched by Brennan. Good hard check by Brennan. Hunter throws that into the corner. Hunter got taken out. Gets that out and off the roof. Kelman, field goal. 20.5 seconds on the clock. Calgary from the right. Fakes the shot over to their forward. Watched by Brennan and Hunter. Good hard check by Hunter. Nothing. 10 seconds on the clock. Brennan pushes her out. No shot. 5 seconds. Good hard check by Hunter, and Hunter's going to get that out. That'll do it for the half. 6-0 Riot after 2 periods of play. So, after 2 quarters of play, the Riot are up 6-0. Cade is in the box for another minute 14. So the Riot will start shorthanded. Here's Calgary. Going up that right-hand side. Short pass, stopped by Repchuk. Repchuk gets it up to Diamond. Gets her pocket pick. Repchuk comes up with it, throws that up the right-hand boards. Just across the blue lines, McNeil with speed. In the middle, shoots. Good hard save. Calgary, 2 minutes for cross-checking on McNeil. A little bit of 4-on-4 action for 55 seconds. Here's Hunter. Gets that over to Fitchuk. Back pass. Back to Hunter. Drop pass to Repchuk. Repchuk's driving the middle. Drops that shoulder. Gets a soft shot off. Crease violation. Calgary. Riot ring. Fitchulak over to Hunter. Hunter winds up, drop pass to Clausen. Clausen engages, drop pass intended for Fitchulak, picked up by Calgary. Here's Calgary, good hard check by Fitchulak. Fitchulak's got that in the right-hand corner. Has Hunter on the back door. Boyd's gonna come in, drop pass. Boyd takes shot, blocked. Boyd again. Takes things out, slows it down, gets that up to McNeil. McNeil, rolling ring, gets that over to Boyd. Boyd from the half wall on the right. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 3 seconds left on Kate's penalty. Here comes Kate. Here's Bomke now. Has McNeil up front. Gets the reset. Good hard shot by Bomke from around the net, behind the net. Bomke blocked that. That pass goes over to the half wall. Here's Calgary. Not very clean across the blue line. Now she gets it up. Here's Calgary left-hand side. Gets that across the blue line. Watched by Clausen and McNeil. Clausen stops that. Comes up with it. Clausen. Pass up to Blay. Blay has Boyd going across, and here's Lenderbeck. Pass gets taken out. Here's McNeil. Off the crossbar. Sorry, almost didn't get there. Here's Blay now. Blay gets that pass up to McNeil. Takes a shot. Blocked. Lenderbeck was there, but Calgary goalie picks that up. Calgary wheels around their net, passes that off the net, gets that up to their forward, who support passes it over to the left-hand side. Calgary tries to get it out. Now they do. Pass blocked by Repchuk. Repchuk up to Blay. Blay has Lenderbeck camped in front. Hunter's back door. Gets that to Hunter. Here's Hunter. Has Repchuk on the left-hand side. Drop pass. Lenderbeck. Lenderbeck comes up with that. Wheels that around Kelman. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Gets around the forward. Takes a shot just off the crossbar. Didn't get a reset, but Calgary has it, so we're okay. Calgary, support pass to the left-hand side. Watched by Diamond. Picked up by Hunter. Hunter stays on the half wall. Gets a slash to the face. Hunter crossing pass to Diamond. She couldn't quite get it. He was behind her. Diamond protects that. Squeezes that into the corner. Gets that out front. There's Repchuk. Nope. Hutton. Hutton takes the defender's stick with her. Here's Hutton. Diamond in front. Kellerman support. Hutton. Over to Kellerman. Up to Hunter. Hunter to Diamond. Inner feet. She doesn't know where it is. Calgary throws that up the left-hand side. Brennan comes up with that. Gets that. Oh, nobody there. McNeil was there. Just went right by. Here's Calgary now up the right-hand side. Watched by Fitchlick and Kellerman. Calgary throws that to the right-hand side. Brennan gives chase. Wheels it out past the ringette line. Gets that up to the left. Takes a shot. Good blocker save by Carson. Here's McNeil. McNeil back pass to Brennan. Brennan takes a look. Gets that up to Bomke. Bomke gets checked right at center. They get that across the blue line. Here's Hutton. McNeil. McNeil with speed. Has Bomke going. Here's Fitchulak into the corner. Fitchulak with speed. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Need a reset. There's a shot. Score! Going for the reset. Sneaks that in short side. Sienna. Fitchulak. 7-0 run. Boom. 6:49 left on the clock in the third quarter. Calgary from center. Gets that across. Lenderbeck stops that. Up to Blay. Blay has Hunter. Hunter on her horse. Pass intended for Lenderbeck, almost had it. Lenderbeck in the corner now. Drop pass, Blay. Blay spins around the corner. Doesn't quite get there. Hunter with a good hard check. Calgary at center, crossing pass up the left-hand side. Watched by Clausen. Clausen pushes her into the corner. Calgary takes a shot, blocked by Carson, picked up by Clausen. Clausen throws that up to Lenderbeck. Nope, Kellerman. Kellerman has McNeil going. McNeil from the left half wall, drop pass. Kellerman slams on the brakes. Kellerman, short pass. Dribbler shot by McNeil into the pads. Here's Calgary. Tried to fake the pass, just missed it, fanned on it. Here's Repchuk, gets taken out at center. And that's a 2-minute body. .5:42 to go on the clock. Calgary, 2 minutes for body. Neil, Kelman, Diamond, Hutton, Repchuk. Yeah, Corinne. McNeil drops her shoulder, leaves it for Kelman. Kelman from the right back to McNeil. McNeil one-handed. Tries to throw that back in. Gets her shot off, blocked. Kelman into the ref. McNeil comes up with it, throws it into the goalie's pads. Now McNeil up to Diamond. She gets checked right before it got to her. Calgary in front of their own net. Diamond with a good hard check. Diamond picks that up. Diamond lost her stick. Now watched by Kelman. McNeil picks that up. Here comes Calgary up the right wing. Slowly across the blue line. Repchuk picks that up. Has Hunter. Hunter to Fichelak. Fichelak with speed. Dekes around. Tries the backhand. Gets blocked. Fichelak drop pass. Here's Hunter. Hunter slows things down behind the net. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Back pass. Fichelak shoots. Oh, off the crossbar. Actually, I think that was the corner of the net. Good hard shot by Sienna. Hutton's going to chase that into the corner. Rolling ring into the corner. Gets that up the middle to Fichelak. Fichelak stabs that. Throws that up to Hunter. Calgary comes up with it. Watched by Bomke and Hunter. Support pass. Hunter's going to chase after that one now. Now Bomke. Bomke with a good hard check. Tripped on the dot. Calgary missed that pass. Now Hutton's going to pick that up in the neutral zone. There's a pass to Lenderbeck. Lenderbeck. Backhand. Good save. Calgary's got nothing there. McNeil's going to go for that. Calgary tripped on her feet. Picked up by Blade. Blade takes a shot. Oh, just wide. I believe that was tipped by the defender, actually. Here's Calgary, right-hand side. Tries to get that up. Boyd picks that up in the neutral zone. Boyd up to Blay. Blay snags that. Blay with speed. Gets blocked. 3:32 left in the period. Calgary throws that up. McNeil, Blay almost picked that up. Blay gets away with a trip there, I believe. Calgary slowly gets that across the blue line. Here's Calgary. Gets it to the left-hand side. Saved by Carson. McNeil gets that up to Kelman. Kelman just found on that pass to Hunter. Here's Hunter. Kelman. Bouncing ring. Hunter picks that up, has Diamond now off the bench. Drops it off for Diamond. Diamond circles the wagons. Has Hunter up front. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Drops it for Repchuk. Repchuk with a rip. Saved by the face of the goalie. Goalie throws that in behind the net. Calgary went through the crease. Here's Kelman. Kelman with some speed. Back pass. Diamond takes shot off the post. Here's Kelman, gets that across to Hunter, keeps it in the zone. Here's Hunter, back pass, Kelman. Kelman took a look to Diamond up front, didn't have it. Riot doing a great job pulling the Calgary triangle apart today. Here's Kelman, pushes that on the half boards. Calgary with speed, nobody there. Hutton comes back and doesn't let her get a good shot off. Shot goes wide. Carson was there. Calgary walks the ringette line. Watched by Repchuk. Repchuk pushes her to the outside. No shot. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Needs a reset. She does, but crease violation by the Riot. 1:52 to go in the third quarter. Calgary from the left, looks back door. Nothing. Watched by McNeil and Boyd. Drives the middle. That'll be a tripping. McNeil, 2-4 tripping. She peeled out from behind the pick and just took her out. Oh, Clausen actually. Thought it was McNeil, my bad. So now we got Boyd, Brennan, McNeil, Fitchalak. Clausen in the box, 2 minutes for tripping. Calgary's going back there. Good hard shot, blocked by Boyd. McNeil, good hard check, keeps her to the outside. On the right-hand side, just spinning around, looks back door. Saved by Carson. Brennan, support pass over to Boyd. Here's Boyd. Throws that all the way up the zone. Two-line pass, Fitchalak gives chase. Fitchalak can't, now she can. Fitchalak's getting away with that one. That's okay. Calgary up the right-hand side. Looked like it. Calgary right-hand side, watched by Brennan and Hunter. Brennan with a hard check. Brennan comes up with that. And we must have gone in the crease. That's okay. No shot. That's all right. 49.7 left on the board. Minute 9 left in the penalty to Clausen. Calgary from the right. Backdoor pass. Crossing pass. Missed. Here's Calgary from the right. 40 seconds on the clock. Drive in the middle. Tries to get it. Backdoor. Nothing there. Riot doing a good job blocking up that lane. Scores. Sneaks that short side on this twin Carson. 7-1. Power play goal. Calgary. 31.7 on the board. Hutman up to Lenderbeck. Lenderbeck to Hunter, takes a shot. Delayed penalty. There's Blay. Blay has Repchuk in the zone. 4 in for the Riot, delayed penalty. Hunter blocks that, and there we go. 9.4 seconds left on the clock. Riot going on the power play. Calgary, 2 minutes for body. Lunderbeck with a good hard shot, just a little high. And 5 seconds, tipped it. And Calgary's just going to hold that. End of the quarter, 7-1 for your Riot. quarter. Shots right now are 33 for the Riot, 14 to Calgary. Riot up 7-1. We got Clausen, Boyd, Diamond, McNeil, and Kellerman. Clausen over to Boyd. Boyd takes a look. Good hard check. Gets that up to McNeil. Backdoor pass. Here's Kellerman. Kellerman right wing side. Drop pass. McNeil back to Kellerman. Kellerman winds up. They're off. Here's McNeil. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Need a reset. Need a reset. Here's McNeil. And 30-second shot clock violation. Calgary throws that behind their own net. Kellerman stops that. Throws that into the corner. Watched by McNeil. Good hard check by McNeil. Support pass behind the net. Watched by Kellerman. Kellerman, couple good hard whacks there. Calgary gets that up the short wall. Oh! Good hard check. Everybody's okay, it looks like. Clausen up to McNeil. McNeil one-handed. McNeil, good save by the Calgary goalie. Here's Calgary, left-hand side back pass. Calgary off the half wall, pushes to the middle, gets that across the seam. Here's Clausen. Clausen stabs that, but doesn't get it out. Watched by McNeil and Clausen, should be a Riot ring, yep. Here's Clausen from the right. Throws it up to Lenderbeck, who gets cross-checked and steps on the ring. 29 seconds still remaining on the power play for the Riot. 9:38 on the clock. Lenderbeck's gonna hang back. Calgary throws that into the far right corner. Chased by Repchuk. Repchuk slams on the brakes behind the net, loses it. Hutman picks that up though. Hutman up the left wing boards. Up to Lenderbeck. Gets that over to Hunter on the right wing. Hunter drops the shoulder to her knees. Sauce passes that over to Blay, but it's sliding all over the place. Blay gets taken out. Calgary throws that to the neutral zone. Here's Repchuk now. Repchuk takes a look, takes a shot. Glove saved by Calgary, picked up by Lenderbeck. Lenderbeck winds things up, leaves it for Blay. Riot going for a line change. Nobody there. Blay on her knees, gets that crossing pass. Here's Repchuk. Repchuk slaps that into the corner. Calgary does come up with it, throws that up the middle. I'm not exactly sure where it is. McNeil keeps that in the blue line. Beautiful move by McNeil. McNeil takes a shot, gets a reset, and it... Given it's Calgary, it should be ours, but that's okay. Calgary throws that to the left wing boards. Calgary drop pass at center. There's a good play. Brennan keeps her to the outside, no shot. Beautiful defensive play by the Riot. Here's Calgary, right-hand side, throws it back door, saved by Carson. Carson drops out from McNeil, who throws that up the middle. Here's Fitchelak now, missed it. Picked up by Boyd, no. And now Boyd slashes back to center. Calgary, drop pass, watched by Bomke. Picked up by Fitchelak. Fitchelak takes a look onto Bomke's wing, but didn't quite get there. Here's Calgary now coming up the right-hand side. Gets past Hunter. Slowly across the blue line. Watched by Boyd. Calgary keeps it on the inside of the ringette line. Circles wagons while they do their line change. Fakes the drop pass. Takes a shot. Saved by Carson. Carson drops up behind the net for Hunter now. Hunter takes a look, just throws that up the middle. Here's Kellerman now. Kellerman has Diamond. Gets that off the half wall to Diamond. Diamond takes a look, picks up some speed, goes around the corner. Diamond into the middle, takes a Hunter, shoots. Nice save by the Calgary goalie. Oh, she trips on her pad. Kellerman picks up that errant pass. Here's Kellerman now. Up to the blue ringette line, here's Repchuk. Repchuk drives the zone. Puts the shoulder down, takes a shot off the post. 6:54 on the clock. Support pass into the left corner. Calgary picks up some speed. Stopped by Hutton. She comes up with it. Calgary throws that into the corner. Repchuk's going to be on it. Repchuk gets taken out in the corner. Delayed penalty for Calgary. Here's McNeil now. McNeil in the neutral zone. Crossing pass to Hunter. Hunter through 4 players. Gets that up to McNeil. Or no, Lenderbeck, sorry. And now one of Calgary's players is hurt, but Calgary's going to go on the penalty for slashing. Didn't quite see what happened to the girl out front here. Hopefully she's okay. 6:23 to go on the clock. Not sure. Must be. Player slowly gets up, but looks like she's going to be okay. Looks like she's out of breath. So with 6:23 on the clock, Riot are going to go on a power play. Boyd, Clausen, Lenderbeck, Bright, and McNeil. Lenderbeck takes a look, gets that over to McNeil. Neil looking to set things up. Here comes Lenderbeck, scores. Hicks, the top corner. Power play goal. 8 Lenderbeck. 8-1, Riot. Yep. Blaze stops that at the blue line. McNeil fought for it, but pulled her stick across the blue line. She's just laughing. Calgary in, right side. Calgary peels off to the right. Backdoor pass. Carson, toe save, scored Calgary. That was a nifty play by Calgary. Quinn just couldn't keep that in the crease. It was. Beat 2 Riot. 5:54 on the clock. Here's Repchuk. Looks to take a shot, gets that over to Hutton. Hutton fakes it, gets it up to Kellerman, but she couldn't quite get it. Skated right by Diamond. Over to Hutton. Hutton now. Gets it crossing into Hunter. She couldn't quite stab it. Good hard check by Diamond and Kellerman. Kellerman kept that in the zone. Here's Hunter now. 5:29 on the clock. Hard check on Hunter. Here's Hunter. Tried to get that crossing pass, gets blocked. Repchuk's going to chase that into the neutral zone. Repchuk. Whoops. Hutman gets a stick into the gut, but still keeps it. Here's Kellerman. Crossing past McNeil. Picks that up. Gets blocked. Whoops. Sorry. Hutman keeps that in the zone. Hutman. Across the blue line with some, or net line with some speed. Over to McNeil. Takes a shot. Glove save. Calgary. Right hand side. Riot girls all over Calgary right now. McNeil one-handed stab. Back pass. Here's Hutman. Hutman takes a look. Gets checked, but McNeil's there. Here's Fitchalak. Fitchalak has McNeil coming. She gets stopped at the ringette line. Here's Fitchalak. There's going to be a delayed slashing call against Calgary. Boyd's going to be our extra person in. Here's Fitchalak. Has McNeil and Baumke. And Boyd is cruising up front. Here's McNeil. Over to Boyd. McNeil. Back to Boyd. Boyd surveys the situation over to McNeil. Crossing pass. Boyd. Baumke. Good save by Calgary. 4:09 to go on the clock. Riot are going to go on another power play. Calgary, 2 minutes for interference. Fitchelak from the right. Over to McNeil. Bombkey going behind the net. McNeil, crossing pass. Fitchelak with speed. Gets taken out. Give it to them. Good shot by Bombkey. And, And they're both getting up okay. Looks like the Riot are going to go up on a 5-on-3. Five-on-3 for a minute 44 or less. Calgary, 2 minutes for body. We got McNeil, Hunter, and Lenderback. Repchuk, Hutman. Hunter's up front. We got Lenderback on the left and McNeil on the right. McNeil shoots off the crossbar. Lenderback over to Hunter. Back pass. Oh, McNeil tried for the one-timer. Missed. Here's Hunter. Lenderback had the ring right up her stick. Hunter, good save by Calgary. Hunter, back pass. McNeil takes a shot off the side again. Lenderback. Hunter up top. McNeil, one time over to Lenderback. Hunter shoots. Saved by Calgary. Backdoor to McNeil. Calgary gets in there. Lenderback, nope. Hunter comes up with it. Now it's Lenderback. Back pass to Hunter. McNeil, one-time shot. Scores! 49 seconds remaining on the original penalty to Calgary. McNeil scores on the one-timer to make it 9-2 with 2:58. Riot still on the power play for another minute 5. Girls are signaling that was McNeil's hat-trick goal. Cannot confirm nor deny, but probably. What's going on? Oh, goalie's having some equipment issues. Calgary with speed going left to right now. Crossing pass picked off by Repchuk. Repchuk gets that up to Blay. Gets on her horse. Here's Blay to Repchuk. Repchuk drives to the middle. Oh, gets picked right at the last second. Good hard drive by Repchuk. Here's Lenderback, 2:38 left in the game. Here's Blay from the right. Drop pass, here's Repchuk. 9 seconds on shot clock, puts it a foot high. Lenderback needs to get a reset, and she does. Hunter in there battling for it out front. Calgary throws up behind the net. Watched by Lenderback. Good check by Blay right at the last second. Doesn't get that up. Here's Calgary now up the right-hand side. Blocked by Repchuk. Blay stabs that. Calgary does get that into the zone. No shot. Stopped by Lenderback. No, Hunter. It's Calgary right side. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 1:56 on the game. Here's Hunter. Gets that up to Kellerman. Kellerman has McNeil going. Throws that up the right wing side for Kellerman, or for McNeil. Here's Kellerman now. McNeil comes up with it. No, she doesn't. Ring goes into the corner. Kellerman comes up with a loose ring. She gets checked. Has it up front. Here's McNeil. Back to Kellerman. Takes a shot. Save. Diamond. Gets blocked. Here's McNeil now. 1:27 on the clock. McNeil drives that to the ringette line. Here's Clausen with a rocket. Shoulder save. Ooh, Diamond's got to be careful there. Diamond comes up with it. Diamond goes to the middle, takes a shot. Saved by the goalie's chin. Calgary. And 5-second violation. 1:06 to go in the fourth quarter. Riot up 9-2. Kellerman over to Hunter on the right. Hunter being chased by two Calgary players. Hunter with speed. Just circling. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Kellerman. Slams on the brakes. Crossing pass to Diamond. Diamond gets it. Doesn't get a shot off. Here's Kellerman. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hunter now. Hunter needs a reset. Takes out her player. Calgary comes up with it behind their own zone. 38 seconds left on the clock. Calgary up the half wall. Watched by Boyd, saved by Carson. Here's Boyd. Throws that up to Diamond, who couldn't quite get it. 22 seconds left. Stopped by Kellerman. Has Diamond. Up to Diamond. Diamond, 17 seconds, drives the middle. She gets her pocket picked. Brings in front, and Calgary comes up with it. And 5-second count violation again. Riot ring, 5.9 left on the clock. Here's Kellerman, back pass, and Calgary throws that up the middle. That does it for the game, folks. Riot win 9-2 against Calgary. We will see you all tomorrow, 10 a.m. right